This video shows you how to download a TI-84 Plus emulator to your computer, the calculator we use in our classrooms at Round Rock High School. The emulator is called Wabbit. Yes, what Elmer Fudd calls Bugs Bunny to wascally Wabbit with a W. It can be found at wabbit.coplex.com. The first steps to getting the right browser is you're going to bring up your web browser and you're going to use your search engine to search for Wabbit. And when it brings back the results, at the top of the screen or near the top it should say Wabbit Studio Z80 software. If you click on this, it will take you to the wabbitcoplex.com website. So let's see what that looks like. I'm in my search engine. I'm going to go up and I'm going to search for Wabbit, W-A-B-B-I-T. I use Bing on this, but a lot of times I use Google. And it came up at the top of my website. There's my search, and I'm going to click on that option, and I want to choose the first recommended option. I've highlighted it in blue for the Wabbit EMU, or the Wabbit emulator. And we're going to click on that and it will start downloading, and once it starts downloading it's going to bring up a dialog box. This is going to bring us up a series of dialog boxes where you're going to save your executable and then create a ROM file. So we're going to go through and look and see what that actually looks like on the website. Okay, we're going to click Save to save the executable to your computer. Using Windows software, it saves to my download directory, and we will get to how to look at that later. You're going to click Run. After you save it, you're going to click Run to bring up a new dialog box for you to select the ROM or ROM file. You're going to click Option 3 to create a ROM using the open source software, and then click Next. And now we're going to kind of go over, so you're going to click Option 3 for the open source software. Now let's explain what a ROM file is. It's an image that is a virtual hardware that we are storing on your computer. In this case, it is the TI-84 calculator image that will interact with your keyboard clicks and the executable that we just downloaded. We're going to select the ROM file for the TI-84 Plus C Color SE Silver Edition. Click Next. Don't worry about the operating system. There's only one. Click Finish. A Wabbit Export ROM dialog box will open. The ROM must be stored on your computer. Just download it to the default directory. I named mine Wabbit ROM. Click Save, and your TI-84 emulator will display on the screen. To turn on the calculator, you're going to click on the calculator's On button. It should be that simple, but there's a bug. So if it doesn't turn on, there are two options. You can look at the top of the calculator and click on the debug menu and click On, or you can resize the calculator. I'm going to show you how to do those in just a second. Click on the debug menu again and just select On, or you're going to have to resize the window. You're going to right click at the very left top. You're going to do a right click and you're going to click sizing, and then just going to turn it, just going to size it just a little bit. And since I'd already clicked the On button, once I resize it, it should turn on. Now when I turn this on, I actually tested to make sure my calculator was working, so I did a simple 5 times 5, and that will show up in a minute. And then I hit the Enter key, and I just clicked on the Enter key, and it gave me 25, and I saw that yes, my calculator does work. The last thing that we're going to show you now that we have our calculator is how to create a shortcut for your calculator. So we're going to show you that next. To create a shortcut for my calculator on my desktop, I'm going to go to the directory where I downloaded the executable. I'm going to do a search for the wabbitemu.exe file. I'm going to hold my cursor down and I'm going to drag it to my desktop, and when then I click on the icon, it will bring up my TI-84 Plus emulator, and I'll have it on my desktop for future use. Let's see what that looks like. Again, I'm going to go to the directory where your executable downloaded. For me, again, using Windows, it's going to be in my download directory. So I'm going to click on Downloads. I'm going to sort by the most recent so that my Wabbit emu.exe is at the top. I'm going to hold my cursor down on the leftmost side of the Wabbit EMU and drag it down to my desktop. Now when you turn your computer on, your emulator will be easily accessible, and you will always have the computer we use in our classroom on your desktop. Now I'm going to click on it, and it is going to, I'm going to click on the icon, then I'm going to click on run. My calculator comes on. I again had the turn on problem. I have to resize my calculator real quick, but once I resize it, it turns on for me. Hopefully you have now downloaded your TI-84 Plus calculator on your computer to use to complete your homework assignments. Thank you. This is Mrs. D.